Fia Reisek.
Yeah.
Another champion arm wrestler. But I interview a lot of champion arm wrestlers, but this time it's a little bit different because you're a champion from both ends, right and left.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
you're
not the
right?
same year though, but different years.
So when most people are champions on one arm, you're a champion on both arms.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little special, don't you think?
The dream is to win a championship with both arms in the same competition. That's
wow. Is that what it is?
goal.
Oh, okay. So no matter how good you get, you're always going to get better. That's what it is.
Always. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So, why don't you tell us how you got started in arm wrestling? Because that always fascinates me, and especially with the girls. Because with the guys, it's like, guys always like arm wrestle as kids, and so on and so forth. But with the girls, it always fascinates me how you get into arm wrestling. So why don't you tell us that story?
Yeah. Actually, I was a kid when my father and my uncles and brothers and cousins started to train real arm wrestling, because my uncles and my father are lumberjacks, so they have always been fascinated by strength and comparing strength in every way. So when they knew about this sport, they started to train, and I was 7 years old, and that was the only sport I tried. So and when everyone is in it, you like tag along, you go to the trainings, you play with the other kids, and you go to competitions. And so it in the beginning it was like a thing we did together with the family, a family thing.
So you were just born into it.
Yeah. And I didn't really I wasn't really into it like a competition. I didn't think about it like that, because I was so small and everyone was much stronger than me, and I was not good at all. I tried to compete a couple of times, and I just lost, but I didn't care, because I just liked to be there and be with. So it's actually not until I was grown up I understood that I want to be good at this. I want to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that definitely happened.
Yeah, it did. But I was a slow bloomer. Yeah.
Did you turn out to be better than everybody, all your brothers and your dad in arm wrestling?
No.
Really?
They also are arm wrestlers, so it took a while. I don't think my brother was the European champion, and I still, and he ended there. His career ended when he won the championship. But I still can't defeat him. And my father, he's near to 70, and he's still really strong in his left arm.
Really?
But I think I could take him. But
that's pretty cool, though. Well, I should hope so. At 70 years old, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, tell us about some of the championships that you did win.
The championships
that you won. Tell us about the championships that you won.
That I won?
Yes. Like the WAL. I know you won the WAL.
Yes, I won the hammer in right and left, and it have been different type of competitions, different years.
Okay.
So the first year I won both arms. Then it was like super fights, and then I won another fight, and then I lost one. But I won also WAF World Championships.
Wow. Okay.
4 times, and they broke up the federations. The world have been split in two.
Really?
So we have this WAF and we have IFA.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Where we are now in Sweden. So I want there too, but that's for now it's still a small federation. So it's a little bit depressing being a non-wrestler now.
Yeah,
today.
it seems like it's very mixed up. It seems like it's kind of a shit show, for lack of a better term. It's kind of all over the place. There's not one big federation. It's kind of all over. It looks like WAL is trying to make it more of a spectacle. When you were in WAL, tell me some of the big names that you beat, because there were some big names that you beat in WAL.
I beat Joyce King. That was a big name, and she still is one of the strongest I felt.
Really? Yeah. She comes from a family of arm wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joyce King. Yeah, that's a big name that you beat. That's amazing. I actually tried getting in touch with her for an interview, but she hasn't gotten back to me.
Okay. Hopefully
so go ahead. Yeah, really.
Yeah. And then Michelle Dogan.
You beat Michelle? How long ago?
That was how long ago was that? It was before my last WAL. So maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 3.
All right, so you pretty much beat the best in North America.
Yeah, I haven't met Angie Rose though. I want to meet her someday.
I'm sure you will. I don't. She's another one that won't give me an interview, but I hope that she sees these things. But because Angie Rose and Michelle Dugan, they're pretty much the top 2 girls in North America right now.
Yeah.
And if you beat Michelle, that's saying something.
Yeah, but I heard also that she have been training hard and are the strongest she have ever been. So I invited her to my big competition in the end of this year. So I'm super thrilled. She was happy also, and I'm glad she wanted to be a part of it.
So tell us about that.
Okay. 10 years ago, my cousin Heidi Andersson made a competition named World Challenge. The dream was to make it a World Cup where all the best women around the world were competing every year, and to like put the crown on the one that was the best with no weight class. So the best ever, depending on weights.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then we had that for a couple of years, and then 10 years ago we didn't have any competitions. And now when we can't meet the best girls in the world because we are split up in the world, and it's not like there is big leagues for just ladies. They have this top 8 for guys, and they have a lot of big competitions for guys, but not for women. So I wanted to make that happen. So now in 4th of December, I have a new world challenge, Queen of the Table.
Oh, that's great.
And, but this is a weird year also. We don't know if we can travel, and we don't know if we can be on that where we are supposed to be. but so I want this a small group of women. So it's only 8 of us, and we're doing a round robin. And maybe next year it will be a big competition with like little lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, and then a big overall class afterwards.
So who are the 8 girls besides you and Michelle? Who are the other girls?
Yeah, I have Gabriela Vasconcelos.
Wow. Okay.
Brazil, yeah. Malin Kleinsmith.
Okay.
Felicia Eklund from Sweden too. She is one of the top names in Sweden and in the world too. I got Michelle Dogan. I got Roya Mehboudi from Iran. I have not seen her competing at Worlds or so, but I've seen a lot of films from her training, and she's the best there. And they are cheering for her a lot from Iran, so it's gonna be interesting. And Brigitte Ivanfi from Hungary, and Victoria Voronina, Russia. How many have I said now?
That's amazing. So it's only 8 girls, but you pretty much picked 8 of the best girls in all the major players of arm wrestling, as far as countries go.
I did.
That's fantastic. And when is it going to be? In December, you said?
4th of December. Yeah.
December 4th, and where? I know
in Stockholm, Sweden. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great. All right, fantastic. Okay, so you're competing in that one as well?
Yes, I am.
And how do you think you're gonna do against all those girls? So it's a rough.
Oh my God!
I know that's a rough group of girls you got to go through.
I'm just excited to have these girls at the same place, and that I can be a part of it.
If I were you, honestly, I would have pretended you forgot all about Gabby V. I would have been like, I totally forgot about Gabby because she's probably gonna beat everybody.
Exactly. And we know that, but our plan is that
is to break her arm before she gets on the table.
Or maybe she gets tired. That's the only we are hoping for.
Yeah, good luck.
It's 7 matches, and if she's not tired after that, then I have to put a super fight between her and Egle next time.
Okay, all right. No, I mean anything can happen, but I'm just saying her her reputation is speaks for itself,
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's talk about you. What was the first world champion that you won?
2002 in Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, okay. And how many world championships have you won?
4 at WAF.
4. That's pretty damn good. Did you?
Yeah, I did a hat trick after 2002. It took a couple of years where I wasn't the best, and then I did a hat trick and won 3 years in a row.
So what does that mean, hat trick? What's that?
Hat trick. When you win, it's from hockey when you do 3 goals at the same
really?
event.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. See, this is how I didn't know that. I don't know all the terminology, but that's pretty cool. So besides your they canceled that the Worlds in Georgia, am I right?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that stinks. All right. Are they gonna
yeah.
Are they gonna reschedule it?
Sure. Excuse me?
Are they gonna reschedule it?
They are thinking about moving it forward, but it depends on, or moving it to another country that isn't that infected with the virus right now.
Oh, is that what it was that did it? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, that virus is really screwing everything up. It just fucking sucks. What are you gonna? I'm so sick of wearing a mask. I was like, whatever. That's another story. But
yeah.
anyway. It really is. Yesterday, I have 2 dogs, right? I don't know why I'm telling you this, but whatever. Yesterday, I have 2 dogs, right? So one dog is she's getting sick. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's peeing everywhere. So I got vaccinated, and I have to bring my dog to the vet. So I take it to the vet, and I walk in, and I'm vaccinated. And here in the States, the masks are optional. You don't have to wear it, especially if you're vaccinated. You don't have to wear it. But the lady behind the counter starts freaking out. You got to wear a mask. You got to wear a mask. I was like, all right. I'll put a mask on, right? So I go to grab a mask, and she goes, but you got to wait outside. And I'm like, well, so I drop the mask, right? And I go to wait outside, and she's like, well, you can take the mask now. You touched it. And I'm like, I was like, lady, relax. Oh, she's freaking out. Anyway, whatever. I don't know why I told you that, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so what is the future like for Fia Reisek? Besides you putting together this big tournament December 4th, what else are you headed to do?
I'm going to Norway next weekend together with Malin, and hopefully we will meet up with John Brisenk and Engin Terzi and Janis Amolins and a lot of other great pullers, and have a big. They will have a competition and super fights, and then on Sunday it is like a work out or workshop or something with.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. All right, yes, that's actually pretty cool, and that's in Norway.
Yeah,
boy, John Brzenk really gets around, huh? He's really everywhere. That's great. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I asked this question to Malin. I'll ask you, what, obviously Michelle Dugan, you don't have to say her, but what American or Canadian girls do you admire besides Michelle? We know what you do because you invited her. But besides her, who do you admire?
I'm a fan of Angie Rose. Definitely. I haven't met her in person until we were at the Worlds in Turkey, 2018, I think. And she's like a Amazon woman. She's incredible. She's beautiful and like tall, and these muscles, and oh my God, I admire her a lot.
She's one of the best, and she's also married to a tremendous arm wrestler, right? I forget his name, but she's married to a wonderful, great arm wrestler, and I think it was Lisa Wolfley called them a power couple.
That was
Is there anybody else that you admire besides Angie?
I'm not. I don't know that much ladies nowadays from USA and Canada, but and I'm really bad at names.
No, that's okay. You pretty much named the 2 big ones, Michelle and Angie. Those 2 right now are like, they're like
King. Joyce King also. She is,
Joy. Well, she's like kind of a legend. Like she's like semi-retired, right? She's been around a while.
I don't think she competed anymore.
Yeah, I think she's retired now. But that's And what about growing up? When you were growing up, who did you admire?
We had a lot of strong girls in our club where I competed or trained with. So I had this girls. My cousin, of course, High Dungeon, but she was, when I grew up, she wasn't that good. It was other girls that was better than her. We had this girl Cecilia Lim that went to the Worlds, and I was like, oh my God, she's going to the Worlds, and ended up at this 7th place, and we were like super thrilled, super happy. She was like, woo, oh my God. And I was in this kids show on TV when I was around 10 years old, and it was a sports TV for kids, and they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said, I want to be like Cecilia and go to the world.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's great. That's cute. That's great.
Yeah, and that was
that's who you
pretty
looked up to.
Yeah, they were.
Do you follow the guys? Do you follow the men?
Yeah, it's you have to.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So there's been a couple of really, really big matches. The last one was John Brzenk and Chance Shaw. What'd you think of that one?
I'm so happy that John Brzenk still shows us that he is the best, so super strong, because we all get older and you think that, oh my God, soon I'm gonna lose against these little kids. But when he shows us that you still can be at that level for so many years, it's he makes me happy.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that, because I interviewed Robin Chandler and she said the same thing. She said, and she specifically said the young Swedish girls. She said the young Swedish girls. She specifically said, she goes, the young Swedish girls, I just have a problem with. I don't think I could beat any of those girls. Yeah, because it's inevitable. That's an athlete's life, right? An athlete's life is you're on top, and then some young stud comes up and starts, just taking over. It's an athlete's life, But and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Did you hear the news that John's got his work cut out for him, though? And I believe it's in October.
What happened then?
Well, he's gonna be arm wrestling Paul Lynn.
Aha.
Yeah, they said it Friday. They announced it on Friday. So John I know John is supposed to be one of the best, but Paul is no joke.
No.
Did you ever see him arm wrestle?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, yeah. Paul Lynn is no joke. So John's gonna have his work cut out for him. I know everybody's gonna be picking John, but I'm picking Paul.
Okay.
Just thought I'd let you know.
I'm cheering for Jon.
What'd you say?
I cheer for Jon.
Okay, all right. So did you watch the Devin Larratt, Michael Todd in Dubai? What was it, last month? And what'd you think of that?
I think that Devon have done his work.
Yeah, that seems to be the overall opinion, that Devin just put the work in. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, but no, I just want to, he really did what he had to do, and he knew it from the beginning. What he had to gain a little bit of weight, and he's smart. He's a smart arm wrestler, and he knew what to train on. And
would you consider him the best in the world right now?
I don't. That's so hard to say, because there's a lot of strong guys in Russia and in Europe. I want to see him against more in like East Europe.
Yeah. We had this conversation. Actually, I interviewed Ian Carnegie, and I sent you the interview. I don't know if you saw it or not, but we had this conversation about who the best of all time is, and we talked about Denis Saplinkov. And why people in the West really don't consider him the best. And he had his opinions about the drug use and so on and so forth. What's your opinion on that?
No, I don't. I don't consider him the best either, because he might be that right now, but he hasn't been the best for that long, and also he isn't the smartest of arm wrestlers either.
Okay.
you admire people that are not the strongest, maybe, but on the table they can use their strength and the technique and
Yes.
be the best, and then it's so beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I understand. Yes.
Yeah. Like Jon Brzenk, you can see that when he's at the table, he can. He's you can see when he take the grip, and it's like, you can do whatever you want. I got this, and then he wins.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ian said. Ian Carnegie actually said that even if you beat Jon Brzenk once, you're not going to beat him again, because he said his exact words was, he just shut off that lane for you because you're never going to beat him that same way, because now he has you figured out. It's amazing. Paul Lynn, when I interviewed him, said that it's high speed chess. That's how he described arm wrestling, high speed chess.
Oh, and, that's good. That's a good description. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, okay. So you got your tournament coming up in December 4th. What's the name of the tournament? Queen of the Table.
World Challenge, but Queen of the Table.
World Challenge, Queen of the Table, December 4th. Yeah. And we have 8 of the best girls in the world, pretty much. Right?
Pretty much.
And then you're going to be in Norway. When are you going to be in Norway?
Next weekend.
Oh, it's coming up soon. Okay, next weekend. And you're going to be with Jon Brzenk and a bunch of other champion arm wrestlers.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and you're going to be arm wrestling then?
I'm not sure. I'm going to be what do you say? What's the word? Domare. The referee. Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. So you're going to be reffing in Norway. You got your own show coming up in December. And then hopefully the WAL gets their shit together again for 2022. Because I don't know about everybody else. I know the WAF and the IFA is like the big ones, but I love the way the WAL promotes it. Like, I love the camera work and the spectacle and how they announce the people. They really make it entertaining. The commentators and the fans, and I really hope they put it back, because it's their camera angles are amazing. Like, they're in the middle and the cameras are everywhere and you can see every angle and so on and so forth. Where the other ones aren't as advanced as far as the camera work and so on and so forth. But I hope by next year. And if they are you going to be back there?
Hopefully, if they want me.
I'm sure they're going to want you. And one last question, and then I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Do you make Swedish meatballs as good as Mullen?
Oh, no.
She sent me the recipe. My wife has to make it, actually.
Did she?
Yeah, I kept bothering her, because after the interview, I kept bothering her. I kept messaging her. You got to give me the interview. You got to give me the. She finally gave it to me, and then I gave it to my wife. My wife hasn't done it yet.
Is it in Swedish?
I'm sorry?
The recipe? Is the recipe in Swedish?
No. She sent it to me in English. She's
okay. That's
nice. Thank God, because I could barely speak English right. Oh God. Listen, Fia, thank you. I really appreciate it. And even though I'm not an arm wrestler per se, I'm just a YouTuber. I actually really admire the fact that you're putting together your own production and you invited all these great girls to come together. That means a lot. You're giving the girls a platform to show their talent and see who the best is. And it's women exclusively. Personally, I don't feel women get as much attention as the men athletes do, which is
sad. That's so sad.
It is. Which is one of the reasons why I have so many girls on.
That's good. Thank you for that. Of
course. Well, and I've always been an admirer of strength and strength athletes, and whether it's guys or girls. And of course, I'm a huge fan of the guys, but I'm a huge fan of the girls too. When I see girls that are into strength sports, I admire it. I think it's great. So when I started the transition to doing interviews, I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of women athletes on to represent them. I know that my YouTube channel isn't huge, but I know it's getting bigger in the arm wrestling community. It's getting more exposure in the arm wrestling community, but hopefully it'll grow and we'll be able to give you guys even more exposure.
That's great.
Fia, thank you. I really appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate you doing everything you're doing because it's fantastic, and you're a tremendous athlete. And thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, of course. All right, we'll definitely do this again. I have to plan. I think I'm going to plan like maybe I'll plan like a Swedish girls. So what I'm doing is I'm having a bunch of American arm wrestling girls next week. So I have a whole bunch of arm wrestling. So I have Robin, Michelle, Lisa. Who else do I have? I think Robin, Michelle, Lisa. Do I have anybody else? I have a couple of other girls coming in, but I think it would be fun if I put together Swedish girls like you, Malin. Maybe we'll get somebody else. We'll just have like the Swedish girl arm wrestling group. That would be pretty cool. I'll see if I can put that together.
Yeah.
So you would definitely do that?
A lot of noise. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Okay, Fia, thank you very much.
Thank you.